Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to... Ooh. Interesting. So I can reload the specific chapters. Very cool. Whatever this game is, welcome back to. So we have 2 days of supplies left. And hopefully we'll be able to arrive here in time. Yes, we will. We're fine.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
So we are on day 4. I assume that that timer up in the corner matters. Ivor! The enormous varl in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. Already back, Huntsmaster? Thought you'd be tomorrow. Dredge! Everywhere! Dredge? How did they get through the Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring to gather around you. Damn it, they'll be here soon if they're not already. You hear screams. From the outskirts, people are running toward the Great Hall. Ivor turns one of the older boys in the group of fighters. Egil, take Alette to the Great Hall, tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather up as many people as you can. Come on, Alette. No, wait. I want to help. Well, obviously we should let them fight. I mean... Why not invite some goats to join us too? You're asking for dead kids. I won't let anything happen to her. Oh god. They'll have to deal with it sooner or later, Ivor. What now? Egil, keep your shield up. We just hold them off until everyone's inside, then we figure out what to do next. More shouts draw your attention, and some houses atop a nearby hill. Ooh, two so. Sure enough, dredge are gathering in number. Fear threatens to bubble over into panic. How long do we need to keep this up, you ask? Ivor shakes his head annoyedly. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. So, units move in turn order to place them from left to right. The initiative order is very important when setting up strategies. For example, put archers after melee units so that they can stay safe behind your heavy hitters. Drag the unit icons to rearrange the turn order. So I'm going to have her go last. What is this? Lovingly made archers. This gives armor, strength, and willpower. It's Alette's bracelet, so obviously she should be equipping it. Okay, so I don't know why I even bothered to click on that. I think we're ready. So I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm not going to have my characters move. I'm actually just going to, well, I'll have them move a little bit, but I'll mostly just have them chill here. I think she's in range automatically, so if if I move these two in range and then use Mark Prey 1, we'll be able to have everybody attack this thing. Oh, this shield looks like trouble. That is 17 armor. Knock adjacent. But have 4 tiles for 1 armor damage plus 1 per unit that you pass through. Gil has 9 combat strength and 12 armor. So he has enough armor that he'll only take 1 damage from an attack. It's 1 armor to allies and himself while adjacent to the ally. So he has 10 armor if he's not adjacent to an ally. It's good to know, because this guy actually has 12 attack. I don't really think he needs to be in melee range with that guy, so let's take a look. Where can he move to? He actually can move adjacent to this guy, but I'd much rather that. I'd actually rather that the damage be split up somewhat. I might just leave him right here, actually. Nah, I think I am gonna have him attack this guy. Oh, what does Stonewall do? Just increases defense, I think. See what happens here. Oh, I have to be in melee range in order to mark Prey. It's 8 armor. Okay, so screw that jive. Oh, mistakes were made. So this will kill it. What does this do? I can't actually knock it into this guy, so there's really not much point in doing that. Okay, so this guy only has 6 now. Just gonna move him back here. There we go. So these are both in range, I think. Let's find out. Neither one is in range. So that's the next guy to move, and then this big guy. So Jason and Dredge also take damage when hit for 3 armor damage or more. Let's move over here. It's gonna be difficult to get a proper shield wall up here. This guy is an issue because as of right now, he's gonna deal a boatload of damage on his turn. Let's see what happens when I do this. Okay, so I can move him here. Oh shit. Oh good. This is a problem. Okay, so I just got him killed. I don't know if he's actually dead or if he's just fallen over, but mistakes were most definitely made. I think I might have to reload. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to reload. Because I just realized that I actually doubled the power of that dude. So I'm just gonna reload this and then... I shouldn't have done that. I should have just dealt with it. So let's see. So who's going first? He's going first. Okay, that didn't actually do what I was hoping for, but... I should have moved him. He's now blocking this guy from getting to the thing. Oh man, mistakes were made. You know what I can do? Oh, I don't know that helps me any, actually. I think I'm just gonna hit this for a bit more armor damage. No. Who's this? Ah, this is a guild. This guy can move through my allies, which is nice. And so we'll move him right... will we? You know, we're not going to move him anywhere. Whoa, that's a lot. We is 12 strength. We're gonna drop this guy's strength down to the point where he's actually no longer an immediate threat. There we go. So he's down to 8 strength, which means that he's only going to be able to hit for 1 damage now. So as for Alette, now this guy. This guy moves 4. So we need to be very careful because he's getting to the point where enemies are actually going to be able to hurt him a lot. So that guy's dead. We can now use Mark Prey, and that will automatically kill this guy. So he gets +1 renown when anyone kills it during his attack, it looks like. Who's going next? This guy. He's down to 6 life. It's a pretty big problem. He's got 10 armor, 6 life. So we should go after this guy next. So we'll get this Agil guy over here. That'll increase the armor. Now, Stonewall doesn't block for allies, it doesn't look like. So he's down to 4 life. Nice shot, girl. Okay, so this guy we want to get weaker. Now, let's see. I want to see what this does. Hit all units between the archer and target in a straight line. Oh, bonus target to... Oh, damn it, I didn't notice that part. Or, well... It's slightly inaccurate. I knew about it, I just... It didn't occur to me that it could possibly be relevant right now. So he's down to 4 strength. But he has 11 armor. So all we have to do here is pwn this thing for a boatload of damage, and then there's nothing left that can actually hurt him, really. They have like a 80% mischance or something like that at this point. So, let's see. Okay. So Rook is predominantly good for using this. Oh no. He's out of morale. So I could move here. He hits for 6. So I could kill this guy. Oh, that's a problem. So she can hit this guy for 11 points of damage. This is the last enemy standing. There we go. So the key is you want to weaken all of the enemies as much as possible. You don't want to kill the enemies one by one. You want to weaken them so that they aren't hurting you. Combat can be unforgiving. Don't hesitate to change the difficulty of battle if it leaves you frustrated or you find yourself needing a tougher challenge. But yeah, I made a big mistake there. So I was still able to get through it though. So a black horde is forming in the tree line. Enough of this, says Ivor. We're going back. Rook, I'm doing one more check of the houses around here, see if you can find anything. Okay, well, keep watch then. As you turn to head back, a colossus appears over. Oh god. Silently looms over Alette, its face an expressionless, stony mass, more terrifying than any roar it may have produced. Time seems to slow as it pulls back its enormous neck. While shooting it seems like the appropriate. As though second nature, you knock an arrow. Alette is standing directly between you and the dredge, making the shot perilous at best. If you're off by a few inches, I thought this was a colossus. Um, if this, okay, so firing an arrow above a dredge's head, I don't think that's going to distract it. So, but if this is a perilous shot, I don't know. I guess I'll shout at her. Scream Alette's name. She snaps to attention, confused, but does not dive out of harm's way as you had imagined in your head. Suddenly, a gill is between the dredge and Alette, his shield above him. The black stone mace falls, a gill's shield crumples, and so does the boy beneath it. A moment later, Ivor is there, his sword run through the neck of the dredge. He's gone. I'm checking the other houses. See if you can find anyone, then meet me at the Great Hall. Did you find anyone? A few sent them inside. God, this is bad. About Gil. It was my fault. He was a good fighter for his age. No family. I thought I'd forgotten what it's like facing Dredge. I'm out of practice, Rook. Look, as long as I've known you, you've always wormed your way out of talking about Dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until we're tripping over tired women and children, then they'll attack. Even after we were wiped out, they'll keep coming, trampling corpses in their wake. There's no end to them. How did anyone survive the Great Wars? Ask the Menders, I wasn't there. But I thought you fought your fair share. Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime. That's why you're gonna save us now. Don't lay that on me. Come on, let's get inside. So, mistakes were made. I'm just gonna Okay, so I think that you can only equip an item if you are at least the same level as the item. So we will promote her. Poor kid. So what we should do for her stats... She deals extra damage to things that are sundered. One key thing is that if you have at least 2 armor break on when you're attacking Dredge, you can actually hit them for you can hit them in an AoE. So I think I'm gonna increase. Ooh. Oh, did I only spend 1 of her 2 points? Yes, I did. Okay, so this allows you to use morale. I think I want to increase her strength. Because that doubles his hit points and attack power. That poor kid. In general, I'm not going to be reloading. Because I like the idea of permanent consequences, so... Rook, thank the gods you made it. The Great Hall is an utter den, filled with, as it is, with dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. I haven't. What in the depths is going on? Drill milling around, ransacking houses? The chieftain's wife finds you pushing through the crowd. They must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked? Don't know, I wouldn't expect it to last. I've made some decisions, but tell me straight. What would you both do in my place? I'd have left by now. They're already outside the doors. Not easily done. Rook? We need to get out of here, I would assume, because we don't know how many of these things there are, and there's only going to be more if we wait. Chieftain sighs a heavy and deep breath, slumping. He looks 8 years older. I imagined us fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense. Ivor's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go? Dredger coming down from the north. Frostveller to the west. It's close and it has walls. I intend to be free of Skugger in one push, nobody left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're done. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostveller. What is this about? I'm going to ask about this because this seems like just a question as opposed to... because the storehouse is relevant. If we have to, we'd be leaving behind everything but the supplies you brought. That would be a problem. On the other hand, Frostfeller's at least a week away. I'm not sure we've got that much food. It'll be cutting it close. If we're saddled with heavy carts, it'll be almost impossible to outpace the Dredge. And if we run out of food before we reach the Frostfeller, it won't matter how many escape. I still say let me handle the Dredge. I don't think we can afford to leave the food behind because we didn't bring any food ourselves. I knew I should have gone back for that food. I didn't realize that it was for the entire town. It's going to get us killed, Rook. Die fighting Dredge or starve on the road? I'd rather fight. I agree with Rook. Unfortunately, we need it. If I had gotten the food before, I wouldn't have to do this. That catches you by surprise. The chieftain rubs his chin but doesn't argue. From the training she's given in the light, you've no doubt she can handle a bow. Townspeople ready? Take some of the fighters and gather as much food as you can. Tell us when you're ready. You step inside the courtyard where you can already see Dredge in every direction. The storehouse is so far. You slip inside and start loading carts while Ivor and the half-dozen men you came with do the same. When you've gathered as much as you dare, Ivor takes up position outside the Great Hall. Dredge have already taken notice, watching closely. Come on, he mutters, and people begin filing out of the hall. Almost immediately, things begin to go wrong. Some dredge go after the ox tied with supplies, while others lunge at the cart with chickens. Terrified men pull axes, and dredge respond in kind. Not far away, you spot Ivor raising his shield, cursing. You prepare for a fight. So, we do not have... We have 3 archers, but no melees. On the plus side with archers, Rook is going to be stronger. Because archers are ranged attackers, and that is interesting. This is gonna be painful. Holy crap, this is gonna be painful. So... I wish I knew what the turn order was. So we want to get rid of the big guys first. I think we actually want to be over here. That leaves enough space for him to move over here in between the big guy and these two. Shield Slam causes knockback to all adjacent units doing arm damage. Okay, so let's do this. Is that who this is? I'm gonna just knock this guy back. So they both just did 1 armor damage to each other. Having a multi-attack doesn't really help me much right now, so I think I'm just gonna attack. Wow. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted to do, actually. I wanted to change my mind and do just a normal physical attack. Which one's this? I think I'm going to move him here. So it doesn't hurt any of them, unfortunately, but... Perfect. was good. Trap one tile with one arrow, causing strength if walked over before the next turn. Interesting. Which one is this? Gotcha. See, the more damage I can do to this thing's armor, the more I can then do with the others. So I want to move here. That maximizes my capability. Now this guy is completely blocked off. He can't attack. Can we deal some bonus damage to this guy? Now I think this guy has 9 armor, he has 12 strength. Let's see what happens. So he's down to 4. So she can kill this thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and have her do that. She just took a lot of damage. Ooh. Who's next? This guy, okay. So she actually cannot charge. Actually, let's have her go here. I need to start weakening these enemies so that they're not hitting for full damage anymore. Okay, so this one's crippled. I'm gonna have to move her on her turn. Oh crap! Okay, mistakes were made. That's a problem. I didn't realize that he was actually close enough. I should have checked. Well, hit this guy for 4. And I can actually instigate this guy. So I can go over to this guy and hit him for 5 damage, 6 damage, and now the archers are reasonably safe. To just start pounding away. There we go. Now, unfortunately, Rook went down, and I'm not sure what that means. See, I don't know if he's actually dead or if he's just down. In the chaos so it's okay if Rook goes down. In the chaos that follows, you notice out of the corner of your eye some of the town guards struggling desperately with Dredge and what must be a chieftain amongst them. To your left, Ivor is laying into a large colossus. Behind him, an elderly man scrambles to his feet. Past that, it's clear that most of the townspeople are scattering. If nobody steps in, they would be picked off one by one. Nearby, a Yox beats pitifully as Dredge wrestle with the wagon tied to it. Another full cart has been toppled beside it, abandoned. You could end up losing more supplies than you started out with. We need to retake those supply carts. It's a tough decision, but you just have to do it. Without food, it doesn't matter how many people escape. Ivor, you shout, burying your axe in the nearest dredge. With a grunt, he joins you in fending off the dredge around the supplies. So we're immediately going into the next fight. One or more of your units is injured. Injured units can still fight, but have a penalty to max strength equal to the number of days of wounded. They heal as time passes. So he has -2 to his max strength. Can I promote people here? Oh, I can promote people between fights. That's convenient. So we want to do this. Really very important. He unfortunately can't be promoted. So we have a lot of people who are very close to promotion. Well, okay, we have 2 people that are 1 away from promotion and 1 who's 2. This is an interesting setup. $16? Oh my god. 16 strength and 11 deflection. So we need to immediately start pounding into its HP, it looks like. I kind of like this location, though. I'm ready. Let's see. I'm just gonna have him wait, I think. Next goes this guy, followed by this guy, and then finally this guy. Oh yeah. On the plus side, Mark Prey. It doesn't seem to be influenced at all by this stuff. So this guy's gonna charge. Oh, she can't can't quite reach. That's not good. So he's down to 8 strength. If I move here, I can actually have both of them attack. I'm gonna do it. There we go, he's down to 7 strength. So when is this guy gonna go? He's gonna go before she does. So she could attack him for 4. So he's now summoning an ally. Or he would if he got a turn. This guy's gonna go soon. So we'll hit this guy for 4 damage. He can't reach her, which means that she's best off. Oh, she can't. Crap. Okay, so she can move here, at which point she can attack both of these. That was a mistake. I should have moved her somewhere that she could attack both. I don't know if such a place exists, but... So this guy has 2 HP. I don't want to be in attack range of both of these at the same time. So we're going to spend a morale here. This thing is kind of terrifying because it can one-shot. That was a mistake. Holy crap, that thing just did 6 points damage to him. It's dropped his health to half. So the next one to go is this guy, right? Yeah. I can only hit him for 1 damage. It's down to 11 strength. I'm gonna put him here. Now he could, if he wanted, get over there. So that's going to deal 2 damage to him. This thing's next. No. I don't have any willpower on him left. That's not a good thing. So that's this guy going next. I can attack this thing for 10 points of damage. That just has to be done. Oh god, he actually hit him? That's crazy, he had like a 10% chance to hit. That guy's gonna kill my dear friend, unfortunately. That's an issue. So he's going to try to summon an ally. So it summons an ally on the next turn. Which means that he'll actually have time to lay into it. He deflected the attack. And she can actually shoot them both from here. So she'll kill this. Okay, so we can get him out of here. Or we can have him use his thing. There we go. I should have used the Mark Prey last turn, I forgot that I could do that. Okay. Goodbye. So Ever is ready for a promotion. I was worried that this game might have, like, permadeath, which would be scary. Let's see, and it has been an hour, so we are going to end this here, and we will continue next time. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time.